You know, everything about the last year has been unpredictable, including the Oscars. The nominations were announced yesterday, and let's just say it's anybody's game. And here to weigh in on the movie mania is one of my bestest buddies of all time, Eric Davis from Fandango. Good morning, Eric with a K.
Good morning to you, OG. What's going on?
Nothing much, you know, just chilling with you, chatting Oscars, which, by the way, I'm thinking to myself, you probably woke up early to prepare for it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I wasn't surprised that Mank got the most because we know it led the pack for the Golden Globes. So now it got the most nominations as well. Were you surprised?
I wasn't that surprised because Hollywood loves movies about Hollywood. And so those films are always like among the most decorated, but I wouldn't expect Mank to win those big categories. I don't think it's going to win Best Picture. You know, I don't think it's going to win in the acting categories. I think Mank, if it wins, it's going to win in some of those below the line categories like production design or maybe even cinematography. You know, I think if you look at like Nomadland, films like that, even Minari, I think they have better chances of winning some of those top honors.
All right, so Eric, let's talk Best Picture. We have 8 nominees. They could have gone for 10, but they didn't. We're talking The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Like I said, they had 2 more spots they could have filled. They didn't. Who would you have filled up that list with?
Well, and it's also interesting because as of next year, we will see 10 nominees. They are going to go to 10, but right now we're still in that area where it could be anywhere between like 5 and 10. But I agree. Regina King's One Night in Miami should be in there. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom should be in there, or Spike Lee's The Five Bloods. All 3 of those could have been in here. But for this crop, I would say it's between Nomadland and maybe The Trial of the Chicago 7, although watch out for Minari and Judas and the Black Messiah. You know, but Nomadland really is the film that has won the most awards throughout the entire season. It also won the Golden Globe. It is the front runner right now. But, you know, watch out for Trial of the Chicago 7. It is a big crowd pleaser. And also Judas and the Black Messiah. You know, it is the only Black-led film in that lineup. And that is going to mean something. And that is going to say a lot. And that is going to get a lot of votes for this film. And so I would say Judas and the Black Messiah could surprise and win Best Picture as well.
It's going to be up to the members of the Academy, but the members of the Pix11 Academy here have questions for you, Eric, and we're starting on with Dan.
Yes, for what our little humble perspectives are worth, let's move right into the actor in a lead role. Okay, phenomenal nominees right here. So Riz Ahmed, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, Steven Yeun. A lot of firsts here, right, with Riz Ahmed and Steven Yeun. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of firsts. Riz Ahmed is the first Muslim actor to ever be nominated in this category. Steven Yeun, the first Asian American to ever be nominated for Best Actor. It's nuts that we're 90 years in and these statistics are popping up right now in 2021. But I think Chadwick Boseman, you know, he is just sensational in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And I think he is going to win that posthumous Oscar for that performance. If anybody steals this category, I would say Riz Ahmed, who's just spectacular in Sound of Metal. If you haven't watched that film yet, check it out over on Amazon.
Highly recommend. I watched it last night. And it was just, by the way, grab the Kleenex for that movie.
Oh, really?
But Riz Ahmed is just, I mean,
crazy.
it is just phenomenal.
I watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom over the weekend. It was fantastic. And you're right, he gives a very powerful performance, Chadwick Boseman. Let's talk about actress in a lead role. Is this list what you expected?
Yeah, this list is actually exactly as I predicted it to be. So kudos to me on that. But yeah, I mean, Viola Davis here from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She's also fantastic. She is now the most nominated Black actress in Oscar history with 4. Andra Day really surprised at the Golden Globes, and she's phenomenal in Billie Holiday. The film itself, not as strong as her performance, but I would say she is right up there. And I think if anybody steals it, it's Carey Mulligan. Also, Promising Young Woman.
Really?
Yeah, that came
I was going Frances McDormand.
No.
Not Frances McDormand?
No, I don't think so. I think it's Carey or Andra Day.
Yeah, Carey killed it.
Well, it's a good flick until the Paris Hilton song montage.
Oh, stop!
It is.
Leave that part
drove me
alone.
nuts.
Andra Day is.
Muchacha has a montage she wants to talk about.
Yes. Can we talk about Best Director? Because there was only one repeat offender, David Fincher, but the rest are newcomers. Is that correct?
Yeah, the rest are newcomers. I feel like we should have seen Regina King in this category. For One Night in Miami, we could have had 3 women for the first time in history, but we have 2 women for the first time in history, so that's good. And yeah, I think Chloe Zhao, you know, she has been winning all of the awards for this for Nomadland. I think she does a fantastic job. I think she's going to win it. You know, if anybody steals it from her, maybe Emerald Fennell, the other woman in that category, promising young woman.
Wait, so if she wins it, does that
fantastic.
mean the film wins it too?
Not necessarily.
I
It
always
doesn't
find that
always line up
interesting.
Best Director and Best
Yeah.
Picture. Yeah, but I do think that in this case, I think she's going to win Best Director. The film should win Best Picture, but like I said, we could see a stealer come in there from Chicago 7 or Judas and the Black Messiah.
Best animated feature film. I only saw one. I only saw Soul. I mean, I just watched Minions for the first time 2 days ago, so I'm so behind on all these feature films. But I imagine Soul's the front runner, right?
I think so.
I would say Soul is the front runner. Pixar's film is gorgeous. I think it could have even been in the Best Picture race. But you know what? Check out Wolfwalkers. It's a film. It's over on Apple. If you have the Apple Plus streaming service, it's such a fantastic kind of fairy tale fable of a film, and the animation is really different and beautiful. So I think if there's a scene stealer there, it's going to come from Wolfwalkers, and I would highly recommend watching that, especially if you have kids. It's a different animated film and really good.
Has there ever been a animated film that's been in the Best Picture category?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, we have seen Beauty and the Beast, I believe, may have
Up-
been the
was Up in there?
first
Okay.
one.
Up might have been up in there.
I'm
Up in
surprised that you
Ralph?
didn't weigh heavily toward Onward. I thought Onward was
Wait.
pretty
Oh,
good.
gotta see Soul.
Right?
It's just
Who
unbelievable.
was that? Were you
Yeah.
surprised that Aaron Sorkin didn't get for director, but he got for writing? That I was surprised. Not really.
Yeah, I think some people were a little surprised, although I think the directing branch, from what I'm hearing, is not as keen on awarding Aaron Sorkin's direction, at least not at this point, at least not for this film. But his writing, I mean, is pretty sensational, and I think that will definitely be a front runner in the screenwriting categories.
All right, Eric with a K. Thank you so much, everyone. Eric Davis from Fandango.
Thanks, Eric.
Yay, Eric,
We're gonna check
thank
back with
you.
you for some more predictions when we find out who the host is. When we find out the format they're gonna be taking, we're gonna be talking to you some more as you know, award season comes along. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thanks so much. Take care.